Katie, you will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Now Pauline has 10 seconds to make her impression on the high and low hurdles, one of our new elements to the course this season. Kate anxiously watches her disappear, and there she goes. She gets started as Pauline meets another new obstacle, the rope climb. Now this really saps their arm strength before they face the hand ladder. But she's up. Kate's done well. She's nearly up the rope. Now Pauline's traversing the penalty pit on the hand ladder. If she drops from there, she'll be held for 10 seconds by the referee before she's allowed to continue. And she seems to be doing all right so far. Katie's on. She's down, hesitant about going across the rolling beam. So there she goes. Safely across to the car. Oh, Jack is not pleased about that. Well done, Mum, as she slowly but surely makes her way up this cargo net. And look at Katie. She's made up that ground. Incredible. Every contender I've spoken to from last season has told me how tough this cargo net is. You feel all the strength draining from your body. And see how slowly they're going. But they seem to be neck and neck at the moment. After 6 events, they really do have to dig deep into the courage bank and find that energy from somewhere. Pauline, just ahead of her, she'll have to go to the furthest zip line. And it's a 90-foot leap into space as they come down for a touchdown. Good landing. Here comes Katie. Now they move across to our third new element, the balance beam. And it's not much room to maneuver there. Oh, Katie slipped off. Pauline doing well. Second attempt for Katie. She's lost her balance again, and that will cost her. Now, can Pauline sum up the energy? Up that travelator. Can she do it in one? Reach for it. Yes, she grabs the rope. Deep breath. Geronimo! And into the quarterfinals. Well done, Pauline. And Jack can't believe it. Mama's done it. Here comes Katie. And this is her own individual contest now. And she wills herself to grab the rope. And she's done it. She's completed Eliminator. And her husband, there he is, can feel proud of her.
Pauline, that was a painful one.
It was very painful, but I wanted it badly.
She'd already caught you off by the net. What was going through your mind then when you saw the net scramble?
I just thought to myself, there's no way I'm losing this. Not with 10 points. No way.
Well done, Pauline!
Katie, well done. That was real grit and determination.
Thanks, John. It's pretty tough.
It is hard work, isn't it? But have you enjoyed it?
I've had a fantastic time. Thanks a lot.
Well done, Katie. Well done, you two. I will hand you over to John Sachs to tell us about the men's event.
Thanks, Fash. Well, Richard's on 25, Phil's 1 point ahead on 26. That 1 second is worth just half a second head start to Phil.
Well, Philip, there's not a lot in it.
No, half a second's not much of a start.
Looking forward to it?
I'm going to give everything I got.
I'm sure you will. And, Richard, does this mean that you'll give me a bottle of wine if you win this?
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Well, if I win this, I'll crack open a bottle of wine to celebrate, and if I lose, I'll crack open a bottle of wine and get drunk.
And get drunk. Well, I'll see you both at the very end. Best of luck to both of you.
Well, these contenders have been great sportsmen all the way through this show. It's really sad that one of them has to lose. Phil psyching himself up there. This is the moment of truth. Is half a second going to be enough to beat the Iron Man of Darwin? This one is too close to call.
Philip, you will go on my first whistle. Richard, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
The whistles were straight after each other, and the contenders are straight after each other. This reminds me of the competition last year between a paratrooper and a marine, where they were neck and neck throughout the Eliminator. And look at this. There's not a lot in it. Both pumping those hand bikes. Don't forget the men use the hand bikes over the traverse pit. Exactly the same rules. If they fall, they have to wait 10 seconds. Now onto the rolling beams. And across together, onto the cargo net. Richard's family going crazy now as he moves up the cargo net. Oh, slipped there. And it looks like Phil taking advantage of that as he gets to the top first. That means he goes across to the furthest zip line, 90 feet down to the crash mat. Good landing. Time for Phil to beam up as we meet the balance beam. There's Richard just behind him. Phil crosses the balance beam. There's Dad. Come on, Mom says I can hardly bear this. Now he attacks the travelator, and so does Richard. He's caught him up from nowhere. They grab the rope. Geronimo, it's too close to Paul. There'll have to be a video replay.
Well, Richard, that's about as close as any of our eliminators come. We are, in fact, going to have a video replay to see who, in fact, is the winner, and we'll come straight back with the result.
Well, Phil, as you've heard, there's going to be a video replay. Are you nervous, and do you think you've got it?
Oh, that was close. I can't tell. That was too close. Too close.
Did you expect it to be such a close challenge?
Oh, definitely. Richard's been strong all the way through. He's been a really good competitor.
Well, that's one of the best contests I think we've seen. Well, let's wait and see what happens.
It's one of the hardest ones I've had.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's certainly one of the most dramatic. What a marvellous end to our first show. But let's check the replay. Phil seems to burst through first on the left. Let's check again. And look at that. Yes, Phil comes through first, followed by Richard. Let's pass the good news on to Fash so he can tell Philip.
Well, enough of the suspense. We've seen the replay, and you've got it, Phil. Well done! You've got it! Another winner! That was close. Very close. Phil?
I didn't expect that. I was saying it was that was a tough race. He's been tough all the way through, and I'm pleased to do it. But he was good.
Well done, Phil. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Richard, what can I say? It really was incredibly close.
It were very close, yeah. I made a bit of a mess of the net, really. That didn't help.
But then you managed to catch him up because, in fact, you both reached the top of the travelator at the same time.
Yeah, I just didn't quite have the power, you know. Never mind, I'll crack that bottle of wine open.
And I hope to be sent one as well. It's been great to have you on the show. Lovely to see you. Well done to Richard too, ladies and gentlemen.
What a great contender. And as Richard said, his problems began on the cargo net. Up until then, it was synchronized eliminator. But a little foot fault threw him off balance. There it is. Phil exploits that advantage and goes on. But later on, when it comes to the travelator, somehow, from way back there, he catches up Phil on all fours.
Well, congratulations to our winners. And next week, you can see 4 more contenders face the ultimate challenge on the Gladiators!
Time to come along. You can take control and feel the drive. Going down to the front of the Eliminator. Let's go and breaking it down with the Gladiators. Cause you may see a dark town block out the line. Boom, boom, hit by the shot.
Do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators. Both contenders and gladiators have been trained for this competition, and safety equipment is mandatory.